Hello, welcome to Sips with Chips. I'm Sip Mendez, and what I wanted to talk about this week is about mallets. And when I'm around the wood lathe, I don't like using hammers. I'd rather drive in a spur into the end of a blank with a mallet. And the idea of using a mallet is that the mallet is actually soft. When you strike something, especially something made of metal, the mallet absorbs the shock and then releases that energy slowly into whatever you strike. You may have noticed in some of my videos that I often reach for this. This is a table leg, and it's pretty well beat up now. But you'll see me striking this this chisel with a table leg, and I don't know why, but I'm always looking for this guy, but I always wind up grabbing this guy. This used to be a coat rack with a hat rack on top, and it's good hard maple, so I can use that for the top of the head on my mallet. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, flip it over, and I'm gonna cut it somewhere down here and turn it, and then shape this into the handle and the part that goes into the head there. So let me get that together. And as always, make sure you read, understand, and follow all the instructions that come with your power tools and equipment. Woodworking is fun, but it's important to work safely. So I'm going to go over it just lightly to round it off and remove the old varnish, the old finish. I've got my face shield. That's about $7.50. So I'll mark 4 inches right about over here. I'll mark 4 inches over here, and I'll make 0 right about there. So we'll start at 4 inches and see what it looks like. I think that's a little bit too big. We'll go more proportion would be 3.5. We'll go 3.5. Okay, I have a 1/8 inch parting tool. I'm just going to quickly mark where that is. Okay, still using my skew. I'm going to slightly taper the ends. So this is it turned out 3 3/4. 3 3/4 is going to be 1.5 inches plus 3/8. So 1.5 inches plus 3/8 should be like 1 7/8. And from here to here is 1 7/8. So that's about the center. That's where I'm going to drill my my hole for the shaft. Somewhere on that line. I could make some decorative little designs. I'm probably going to drill about a 5/8 hole, maybe a 3/4. So I'm going to go out this way about 5/8 of an inch, and go out this other way about 5/8 of an inch. Can't see it. And just using my skew chisel, I'll just make a couple little grooves. And I'm going to go ahead and sand that. And I'll do that offline. So I sanded that with just a 150. Looks nice. And I'll give it a little bit of oil later, probably just linseed oil. And I'm going to part off here and then again over here. Still spinning about 750. And then again on the end, I really want a little bit of a curve to it. I don't want it perfectly flat. So I'd rather it be a little bit convex as opposed to concave. So this one I'm purposely made it concave. I'll probably run that over on the belt sander and finish it up a little bit, because I don't want any broken fibers on. First time you use it, it'll collapse. So I'm ready to turn my handle, and this is going to be 2 inches. So right about this top ring, I need to thin it down. I need to turn it down to about 5/8. I'm going to set my calipers here. 1/2 inch. That's 5/8. So I'm still spinning at about 750. So this part here is going to be 5/8 or 2 inches. Okay, so this part of the handle is way too heavy, so I'm going to thin it down. Okay, I think it's still a little heavy in here, but it may not be so bad. I'll thin it down to about this thickness down here. And so it's spinning about 850 RPM now. I don't think that'll make a fine enough handle for a sharp mallet. Still feels a little heavy here. I'm going to take it down a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to sand that a little bit and see what that looks like. And I'll do that offline. Sanded it pretty good and it feels nice and smooth, and I'm just going to rub it down with a little bit of paste wax and look at the colors. These kinds of things, they don't need a lot of finish really. And try not to get any on the tenon there because that's got to be glued in place. Should be just fine. I'll use just my thin parting tool. Like 1 3/4 inches is what I need. Should be fine. my handle. There's my mallet. It's going to be kind of small, but it'll be handy to have around. Go ahead and drill. I'm going to go ahead and drill a 5/8 hole all the way through this, over on the drill press. So I pretty much finished the wood turning part of the project. This is the handle that I have, and this is the tenant, and this is the head of the mallet. And I had to sand it a little bit to get a good snug fit. So it's going to be a nice small mallet, just when I need to hit something there. Now on this one here, I need to make a cut, and so that I can put a wood wedge in there. Now I want to look at the grain, and I want it to run with the grain so that it splits the grain. So it's going to go across through here. And when I actually put it in the handle, I think I want to put it across this way so that it forces it backward and forward, but doesn't force it to split. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now I thought about using a really thin blade, but really that's not a good idea. I can probably just do this with a pull saw. The real secret about using a pull saw is don't push down. Move the saw back and forth and just let the weight of the saw do the cutting. That should be fine. And I'm going to want my the slot in it to go crosswise, like that. And this is my little wedge. It's just a little piece of oak. And I'm going to use my mallet here. Spread it. That's pretty good. Just going to use my little pull saw again. And there's my mallet. So I have a little bit of linseed oil in here with some turpentine and a little bit of beeswax, and I'm just going to rub it down to make everything swell up. A little finish to it. That'll be my finish. Give it a little bit of color. Yeah, I thought this was maple, but it looks more like teak. And there's my finished mallet. Rub that around a little bit and brings out the color. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, click on like. If you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. If you're not a member of YouTube, sign up for an account. It's quick and easy. You can ask questions, get answers, leave comments. One of the things I often ask myself, and maybe you can answer, is about the length of the videos. I try to make them short, but it seems like I usually run to about 20 minutes and sometimes get pretty close to 30 minutes, which is a bit long, especially when I see all the other guys. A lot of the other guys, they seem to be able to do their projects and turn a huge bowl and hollow it and finish it, and, you know, in less than 10 minutes, and I just can't seem to cut them down that much. So, if you can, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Are my videos too long? Should I make them shorter? Are they about the right length? Take care.